so happy. so happy.
Roll the clip.
Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. La, 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 forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Don't you forget about Keith.
Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Don't you forget about Keith. News, 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 news. An NXT star has returned with an altered gimmick. Lots of matches announced for upcoming NXT and AEW shows. And we have the reason for Dio Maddin's removal from Raw commentary. We'll get to that soon. Don't you forget about it.
Still going.
So happy. I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Like, do you know what? Like, I know I'm meant to be professional, but I'm also
the what?
Professional.
A professional.
But for 30 years, I've been a wrestling geek, and I'm proud to be a wrestling geek, and stuff like that genuinely makes my day. And if you want to call me a sad old Mark in the comments, then please tickle your medulla oblongata and do that. I couldn't give a damn. I was on NXT.
Sort of. I was on NXT.
Definitely on NXT.
Maybe a bit of a stretch, but yeah, congratulations.
I was on
Congratulations.
NXT.
Let's do the news. There was another man who was on NXT last night making
That's
his
right,
return.
Ross Tweddle. Don't you?
Another man, Kushida, making his return last night, Thomas.
Now this is quite intriguing because like the Kushida character in itself has always been a really cool one. Like as somebody who grew up in the 80s watching Back to the Future, like the whole time splitter thing was really cool. I didn't know what they needed to add to it, but they've tweaked the Kushida character somewhat upon his return. A video played just before his return match, which talked a bit about his injury and what he's been doing while he's been away.
Yeah, so the wording of this is, 2 months ago, in my biggest match here against Walter, I broke my wrist. Doctor said I'd be out 2 months. I spent 2 months with my family learning to love. I wanted to come to America to give a better life for my wife and child. I don't fight for me now, I fight for my family. Kushida is back. It's a sort. I feel like they're trying to humanise him a little bit more.
They really
perhaps.
did, and in this whole vignette they did, it was like soft focus shots of Kushida's wife and daughter playing on the park, going down the swing, just generally being a cool dad. Yeah. You know, and it's a very interesting new wrinkle to put to the Kushida character, like you say, to sort of humanise him a little bit more. It was a good comeback though. Like you know, Kushida's Kushida. He's incredible.
Yeah, he is. I've been a little bit underwhelmed. I know obviously he suffered the injury, but in his time in NXT, I expected him to be like doing stuff on takeovers, and he just hasn't got there yet. That's something that I do like about NXT though, is it seems that they don't just rush people there. You need to have a proper storyline or a title feud to get that. So that's a good thing as well, but I just expected Kushida to be there by now, and he hasn't been. He wrestled Cameron Grimes, right?
Yeah, it was meant to be Raul Mendoza, and then Cameron Grimes just turned up, knocked him out, and said, "Hey, it's me and you instead." And they had a very nice, short but sweet, competitive match, a short but passionate affair that was won obviously by Kushida. It was his coming back party. Of course, he was going to win. I'll tell you more about it in NXT Graded a bit later on. So we're going into the final stage of 2019 for the Wednesday Night Wars, and it looks like both NXT and AEW are really packing out the next fortnight with banging matches.
That's right, we've got lots of matches announced. We'll start with AEW, 2 matches announced for upcoming shows here. First of all, Proud and Powerful have had enough of the Young Bucks, and next week those two will go one-on-one, but it's not just any match, it's going to be a Texas street fight. Who you got?
I reckon Proud and Powerful. I think Keith Proud and Michael Powerful have been...
Not everyone is Keith, Tom.
Yes.
Not everyone.
Don't you?
No, stop it. All right.
I think they're on a roll so far in AEW, and I think defeating the Young Bucks would be another big notch on their metaphorical post.
Yeah, I see them as being the next two to win the tag titles as well. Proud and Powerful, personally.
Oh God, yeah, that seems like.
I thought it was going to be them originally. I was proven wrong. I was very surprised. You got it right. After that, we've got in 2 weeks' time, Chris Jericho with his final match of the year. He will be taking on Jungle Boy after a bit of beef between the Inner Circle and the Jungle Express.
He pulled out the lexicon of Le Champion listing, which isn't the list of Jericho, FYI. And he ran a few names that he wouldn't be facing, name-dropping Alan Jones in there.
Who could that be? That's cool, isn't it? Very good.
Out comes Jurassic Express. They have a back and forth, and we're getting Jungle Boy and Jericho in 2 weeks' time. I'm very intrigued by this.
Yeah,
I mean, have a good little tete-a-tete.
That's the thing about all these Jericho matches, and I'm really happy to see him wrestling more regularly on TV. But he's elevating other guys by doing so. Even though he's winning all the time, he's making them look good as a result because they're having largely competitive matches. I don't know if he will with little Jungle Boy.
This is the thing,
we'll see.
because they sort of cast that little element of doubt, and you can tell this is where AEW are booking certainly longer term, because they had Scorpio Sky pin Jericho in a tag team match recently, which has cast that element of doubt over like how unstoppable Chris Jericho is. So going into this, you're thinking, you know what? They've had Scorpio Sky beat Jericho. Like, what if Jungle Boy? What if Jungle Boy does it? I mean, if it leads to Luchasaurus versus Jericho for the AEW title, I'm pretty cool with that.
I'm not.
No!
I really like Luchasaurus. He's not there yet, is he?
I know
he's not there yet.
Win, but it's still. So yeah. So but regardless of that, I think you are right in the sense that Jericho can't end the year on a loss to Jungle Boy.
Oh no, no, I don't think so.
NXT to Jungle Boy, which is fine.
NXT, we've got the announcement that next week there's going to be a triple threat number one contenders match between Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, and.
Don't you?
There you go. Get it in. That's about 6 times now. Do it to death.
Simple Minds are going to copyright strike this video, aren't they?
Keith Lee. So triple threat match. Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, number one contender, and then the winner of that will go on to challenge Adam Cole for the NXT Championship on the December the 18th episode of NXT. Who you got there?
Well, I'd be remiss if I was to unremember Keith Lee.
No? Okay, yeah, I'm taking Keith Lee too. I'm taking Keith Lee too there, I think.
I'll go. Keith is a hot prospect at the moment. Like,
yeah,
he cut a great promo against the Undisputed Era. He looked great in every match he's been in. He's like a washing machine with an engine. He's phenomenal. And I want to see Adam Cole and Keith Lee wrap up 2019 by just battering each other.
That'd be lovely.
Down for big.
That would be lovely. He just won the Breakout Superstar Survivor Series, I think was the name that they gave it.
The Breakout Superstar Survivor
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? I think they're struggling for material on the bump. I think it was the bump. It might have been backstage, you know. No, it's the bump. It was the bump. Anyway,
the bump.
We've got a title match announced for NXT TV also on the December the 18th, which is proving to be a stacked show already. Rhea Ripley getting her shot at Shayna Baszler's NXT Women's Championship. I think Rhea's got that.
This is where I think they will crown Rhea Ripley as the top of the women's division. I think they got big plans for Shayna Baszler to move over to Raw potentially in 2020 to continue her feud with Becky Lynch. Yep. And I think now that Rhea Ripley is very much established in NXT, you have somebody who can fill the void if Shayna Baszler were to leave. And when you've got somebody like Dakota Kai, who, as you watch on Graded later on, had a really good night, in my opinion. Had a really good night.
Okay.
We'll talk about it in Graded. So the women's division is very, very strong at the moment in NXT. And if Baszler's not there, it remains strong, which is exciting.
Yes, and I don't think you could have said the same maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
No, not at all.
So that's great, and they've done a great job of building the women's division.
Great character development.
I don't know. I think we might see Shayna Baszler as early as TLC. I think she might do something there. That's what, Sunday? Yeah, I think they'll debut her properly, main roster there maybe.
Really? So
taking out Becky, she might even... No, she wouldn't cost her the title because she's going to want the title as soon as she gets there. I think we'll see her there. I haven't quite figured that out. We'll see. We will see. Lots and lots of great wrestling coming up in the next few weeks.
And finally, Dio news. No, not the Dio what sang Only Diver, you silly Billy. We're talking about Dio Maddin, formerly of the Raw commentary team. We think we know why. Possibly, Dio has gone from off the table.
Holy Diver! Right, Brian Alvarez from Wrestling Observer Radio commenting on the reason, saying, I don't know if Dio Maddin himself is going to get mad, but this is what happened. So Dio, if you're watching now, maybe click away, my friend. Go and watch something else. Vince and Kevin Dunn didn't like you on commentary. That's the quote. Vince and Kevin Dunn didn't like Dio Maddin on commentary. I think they were going to try to retrain him or whatever to do commentary, but I guess he's decided he wants to be a wrestler again. So it's quite a simple one. it's a shame for him, because I actually quite enjoyed his work.
There were worse commentators in the history of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, yeah.
And there have been worse commentators. Myself and Justin Henry on the Cultaholic Classic Raw review, we spent nearly 2 years watching every single episode of Monday Night Raw. And there have been some dregs commentating.
You've got Bartlett at the moment, right?
No, Bartlett's gone.
Bartlett's gone.
We are way beyond the Rob Bartlett.
2 years in, of course you are.
Yeah, we're coming up to the Art Donovan show.
Geez.
Oh, mate, it's just spice everywhere.
Go and have a listen to that.
But Dio Maddin genuinely is nowhere near the worst, and I'm really upset that he didn't get more of a run out. Having said that, when he did stand up next to Brock Lesnar, he did look like a beast. So why waste a beast behind a table?
Yeah, absolutely. And if his passion is wrestling, go and wrestle. Alvarez added, I'm sure the official story is that he's going to be, he just decided while doing commentary that he wanted to be a wrestler, but that's very much not the case. They wanted him off. And Samoa Joe has been now formally announced as his permanent, for now, temporarily permanent, but moving forward,
until Samoa Joe's
Interim.
Injury is healed, he will be doing that role.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because when Joe's injury is healed, I want Joe to be wrestling again, please. As much as
me too, no, yeah. We were saying yesterday, don't want him to be Taz, essentially, here. But he's great on commentary, so it can go on for a few more months. I'm happy with it.
He could make a rod for his own back by being just too good at commentary to ever get rid of.
He was doing some Simpsons references, some obscure Simpsons references on Monday this week. He said, what was it? No one makes AJ bleed his own blood. And I was like, yes, go on, my friend, go on. Wonderful
What
stuff.
a boy.
Do it one more time, Thomas, come on.
Don't you forget about Keith. If you were in the Full Sail crowd yesterday and you sent me videos of that, thank you. You genuinely made a 35-year-old man child incredibly happy. And thank you to the people who tried to get the chant going as well.
You're going to cry. This is the best
bit.
things ever happened. Come on. Don't you forget about Keith. End card. Come on, let's go.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.